enu so e.
What brenu sidi emprensa.
Mo se wo pe immune booster pa. Se de onipa kwa no be ye wa adwuma se de sa. Simple. Kope CD capsules. Enyaruwa mo bo rough. Ye nim so anante ana wa ye adwuma kakra bi. No abra ye so week bia.
Enye me how pa no.
Enye what CD capsules nkan. Wo ya so mde kope bia. Wo house watcha.
Ena CD ointment.
Eye dro tatahwe ada obenya ho no. Ko CD Herbal Center ya. Wo ye CD ointment ni CD capsules no. E wo la shibi Sharom Sport. Ya e Benny 19 Junction. Na ko tie se general body pains. Nya no ko todwe eye no ya. Na e ko na poso honam ya. CD ointment. Enti few days shim e ko ya wonum di CD capsules. Shim e ko wonum CD capsules no. Na wo the CD ointment so e massage.
Na menya ni nyina bi wo he.
Pharmacies, chemical and herbal shops. Dudwa from 050-5767-425 and 0209-682836. A pay for a battle or more money for an kwada when you feel to me. FD, I shall say a Jodian crowd to my jatum say.
Na den no fridge ma ba ya se waye bosanse e di asemwa
bi ne hwe ma fo kwa na ekwo wo mo animu bosna kra mi pedia me de abobra so a menya bi
NSR Eclipse Collateral Management for Abamaye waye prime brokerage service na no se de etie nie so we japade na wo ho nkrata wutumi de nkrata ne beja Eclipse Collateral Management na so bi so we japade ebia na ne nkrata no animu ano na o pe bosia ye de wo nkrata ne yensi achi ba ma nipa no eje bosia etua ehon fa so ma wo ankrata ne ye wo de ni di free
ne se woni akra ntua
oh emane how cry esan se wono so wo japade a wo de ba yenti no enno na bank de beton wabra won kwo wo de ne ho kra
na kire sa men krata da dem no ebetumi ama manya sika wabra na japade no ehon nka
sapepepe wo be hu Eclipse Collateral Management e wa Denta Pantai Junction at Denta new site wa 0543832466 Eclipse Collateral Management, think safety and decent income.
Give us P capsules. A memory. My mum bia ye benemu. Kan me tutu ya na me nkuma bo asese de. Betro esa kum me nia G. Give us P capsules.
Give it to me, baby.
Give us core capsules so e.
E man member nyina akoko yade. Sisi yade amama nya yam timotete wo mo no. Yedro no manum bi amama de me ho.
Give us core capsules. Mrs. Moye ding. Give us core capsules.
I give it to you, baby. You give it to me.
Yeah.
Hey. Give us no. A man ni jia bebusiemu papa. Na bema ka give us P capsules. Any give us core capsules bomu nom dia. Na eni jeni ahoden no.
Wabrudo.
Give us P capsules.
And men what if you do what you do kronkwan efa.
Give us core capsules.
A pay for a battle one more menu for an kwada when if you do me nunka ho. E wo drosto bia mo to phone call Give us Herbal Center. Teshi mobile and na Teshi Adriami. Phone numbers 0543 222 470 and 050-68-51135.
FD Ashusha sa ejedi enkrato imu adia to mu se eye.
Oh, Nana, Bobie, Ansah on the Citizen Show. Stay with Nana, Bobie, Ansah. All the politics you can know on Accra FM 100.5. Tune to the Citizen Show. Nana, Bobie, Ansah. Yeah.
Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema be meti garafuru kube puntimpuna si sokode. No wakanchira katabing say you what you can say Kwabena keja guma mnianko.
Okay, so live on Accra 100.5, Yasia Bebu, and I have this message from a friend. It says, Bobie, tomatoes are being imported in large quantities from Cote d'Ivoire to Ghana through Kofi Bedukrom border, which I know. For the tomatoes there, I know. And you say, minim pa. But banchine diane die, nyamianim because a banchine diane mangwa na meboa. Okay, Ghana has always brought mangoes from Togo because they grow more than 10 varieties of the Salon mangoes. Okay, so Yvonne Kelson sends in this text message. All right. Then a message from Madame for lecture. But did you remember the finance minister in the budget for last year or 2 years ago said in Parliament they were importing cassava from China, and people started complaining. They said it was imported for industrial purposes. These are some of the flashes that you need to get. Okay, so thank you. Now, when the soldiers killed innocent civilians during election 2020, the government did not say or sanction anybody. The army killed a citizen in Ashaiman, nothing was done. The military killed people in Ejura, yet nobody was held responsible. Does a soldier's life matter more than those of who died in the above-mentioned incident? Lawlessness is now inscribed in the hearts of every Ghanaian. I wish the actions of the soldiers in Ashaiman fish out the real killers of Trooper Imoro. If not, this might instigate reprisal attacks. May those who died during election 2020 Ejura rest in perfect peace. All right, so this one is coming from a friend. Now, you have to go to, okay, all right. But okay, you nipa no so onya just omko ya ansa no makoto bancha be wofufu. Anyway, all right, okay, so but my young tie on agric asma President Akufo-Addo kan quick one. Young go tie asem kra o kan on agric and
Mr. Speaker, government continues to prioritize agriculture as one of the driving forces for economic transformation. The experiences and lessons from the COVID-19 pandemic and the Russia-Ukraine conflict justify sufficiently our increased investment in the agricultural sector. Indeed, the sector recorded significant successes with an average growth rate of 6.28% from 2017 to 2021. This consistent growth over the period has translated into improved food security, job opportunities along agricultural value chains, and availability of raw materials for industry. To address the vexed issue of post-harvest losses, we have constructed some 65 warehouses, with the remaining 15 at advanced stages of completion. This intervention is adding some 80,000 metric tons to national grain storage capacity. $29.9 million United States dollars worth of machinery and equipment have been procured from Brazil to boost mechanization. Government will this year commence preparatory works for establishing a tractor and backhoe loader assembly plant in the Ashanti region, and continue capacity building of operators to ensure effective management and prolong the lifespan of agricultural machinery. Mr. Speaker, the impact of climate change and variability on global agricultural activities is a call to all of us, and indeed all countries, to adopt appropriate technologies and other innovative practices for sustainable agriculture and resilience against food insecurity. Government's response, among others, has been to continue to invest in irrigation infrastructure, both large and small scale, across the country. In 2022, government completed the rehabilitation and modernization of large-scale irrigation schemes at Tono, Bong, and Bong Left Bank projects. The three schemes are expected to provide 6,760 hectares of irrigable land for all year-round crop production. Phases 1 and 2 of the Tamale irrigation project have also been completed, with phase 3 of the project at 57% completion.
Okay, all right. So yango tie on exports and imports. Asemwa Nanado President Akufo-Addo kan quickly yango tie asema oka efa ho.
Mr. Speaker, apart from the enhancement of revenue and the judicious use of resources, we are all agreed that we need to do something about our huge import bill. Last year, I set up a 5-member ad hoc cabinet committee to work on a policy to enhance domestic production and export development with a fourfold strategy. 1, reduce the country's import bill in the short, medium, and long term. Enhance domestic productive capacity in selected products. Generate widespread employment opportunities. And 4, diversify and expand our export capacity to Africa and beyond, especially through the vehicle of the African Continental Free Trade Area. In 2021, Ghana's total import bill was put at 13.7 billion United States dollars according to GRA icons. On the evidence of existing local productive capacity, we have identified a list of 20 priority products in the categories of primary agricultural products, processed foods and manufactured goods, where we can confidently enhance domestic production. Amongst these are rice, fish, poultry, fruit juice, sugar, tomatoes, vegetable oils, oil palm, fertilizers, pharmaceuticals, soaps and detergents, insulated wire, ceramic products, corrugated paper and paper board, cement and clinker, and motor vehicles. The report on the implementation modalities to enhance domestic productive capacity in these products has been prepared, and once confirmed with your approval, the new Minister for Trade and Industry will roll out urgently a series of initiatives to
Okay, all right. So, Nra Sona from the president, and now there's so many issues, no, but also, but there's also right when go between, you know, definitely issues about exports and imports. I mean, needs to be looked at critically, and Nra so issue statement. Exporters, Importers and Exporters Association on issue statement, but I know and then we are breaking the issues down very well. Chairman, so just listen to the president on exports and imports.
Yes, Bobie, good afternoon and good afternoon to your cherished listeners and viewers. Na Ansah na men obedi in Kitahono. I'm saying not a informal introduction, but a formal one.
Yes.
Maming Emma Unze Meti Ashama.
Okay.
I stayed in Asama since 2001 until I moved to Zenu 22 and next New York area.
Oh, when you want to watch it?
That's where I built my house and I live. And so political wise, I'm under Kunkatamanso.
Oh, okay.
But if you are directing someone, you direct to say Bramifia, unless you can say Ashama Zeno New York.
Okay.
But in terms of political boundary, no, I'm under Kunkatamanso.
Okay.
Mima Ashama Minya late Imuru in the bush and 4 year call. I'm saying no moko Yano Quay. Now Abrante was born in 2000. Sene of fame every no concern or bit me no. Me jidi say me firstborn was given birth in 2002.
Oh.
And then me no catch now our university. Until you can imagine say from 2000 say na bushing for where akola we are go to school or buy a juma pe ya wo Ghana ha. Edana whom you know na okoye juma say oba babo me no ina ya ho ban na okoshe ne wu me jiri say every parent is should be painful to you, even though after the aftermath after his death no saying na soldier for so buy no of course yes say if the maybe for any back on no so but at the end of the day no they get one
as some victims no bush any
count. But at the end of the day no a person who say soldier ni any enemy to the civilians is boy home by say soldier ni cry by you to say something I can say ni girl will be girlfriend no can't you go and report him say me yiri ni na munipa ba ko ni oya or the uniform no ba person Jimmy here you can make that complaint Mr. Camp everybody come anamboa until my fight the law in their own hands, even though Senate ne institution ne baba ya Ashama no Ghana for ina ya kasa, but at the end of the day no life has lost, that is irreplaceable. Besides that one until me map bushing for ya call na me ma omo anso a omo free they were not staying in the same vicinity. They were not the people who take part in killing this young man, but they wake up in the morning going to I think Tuesday to be first working day of the week. say ombeko juma na okwa kwashia soja for na wa unim enura na mene ma bi kata no mam say or the back school I think Agri Memorial or na school be now you wake up early in the morning around Bechele area until one far official town
okay
baba far as asthma baba far to la soja for now bounce on his car her car they have to drag in the banner or yeah those that are banner tough but 15 years old boy. They drag him out. They started beating him. Then the woman will have to.
Oh, really?
Yes, and the woman came out to say, "Oh, me bano I 15 you you because them here trunk in here mattress them didn't call."
Can you imagine?
So I was telling the woman say they have to get psychologists to talk to the ban. Yes, sir. It will forever be within this young man mind. Showing him side because it has psychological effects on you. So. Your bomb pie say this will not repeat again, not just a shama, but anywhere say who be now you bounce on the person.
No, but say no, I didn't say because it being CBO because I learned said the deputy minister, defense minister say I'm gonna sanction it, the government sanction it.
That may kind of say Obibo who be now you bounce on the person, not even whether say we are soldier, we are civilian. You need not to take Obi life. Say if the truth say Obi girlfriend no pair. No, yeah, so does that warrant say so you should take off his life?
I think that you are talking about soldier for no more attack. Say
no. Say who statement say I knew very well that before the you see if Obia or Ashama that they are now Obia who videos now. Yeah. Send the helicopter, send the trucks the buy no. There's no way say Obatimaka say abai ana omu high command did not war sanctions that action. It is clearly that shows that if you see the regalia of men and women who came to take that operation in the sense that police were asked to stay away, then you know that from the high command it was sanctioned. You don't expect a lawyer or a magician to tell you that what actually happened at Shama. The high command of Ghana Armed Forces was not aware. Apart from that, Bobie. Meka New York Road. Yeah. I on my pink statement of the nation address now can say they have here for the Fourth Republic or being constructed quite more than or no Abino. Mamika say Punkatamaso is under Greater Accra region. Ofa choir every 22. Unim come 22. Yeah. Echo New York. No, but I don't think so. So it means be across the country. Yeah. Now, uko tema President Mahama Tamistan omoye tema coin. President Kufotam omoye tema coin. President Mills, President Mills, President Mahama omoye coin. Akufo Dubai no. Still everywhere tema asphalt. Uba Ashama last time me beka wa. Ashama kwebia nuwa but my point say. Na Ashama municipal chief executive for the past 8 years.
Now say Ashama Monto about my MPP.
Now by your municipal chief executive, your municipality, isn't it? Your PC. The last time you send the PC no.
PC so on your
any who send on my pinso and your vote was Ashama. Even though you might not be the winner at the end of the day, no, when they collate, but he had vote. That means say our dumb our Ashama. Send me Casa no not a track a park rubber. But who will be taxi free Ashama? A yama because of on behalf of Oman. So our dumb war. Say 1% grandpa our dumb war. Now it is taxpayers' money doesn't show this MPP color, this MDC, this PNC, this CPP. That be a taxpayers' money. NMC Concretamasono Zenu Atarka New York New Road is under Greater Accra. I mean, even I'm not sure whether the Greater Accra hard-working Greater Accra Gremlins. Simon send them to the show. I'm sorry.
Coty.
Yeah, Henry Coty. Yeah. But person says, has he ever done any working visit tour in any of the municipality? Has he been to Ashama? Has he been to Katamaso? Has he been to Katamaso? If he hasn't, at least as a regional minister, no, you have to go on the ground and report to your president. Anambwa.
Yeah.
It's a great Accra Gremlins, no, and our local government minister, no. On Timin Mananai and yet Ashama municipality and Kokatmaso and beyond. I mean, there's a lot to be done. Shani Road and Shoto 3 days in Shona a ton a flat around English a man from area no. Who back Saro Mekano. People cars got stuck. And so I'm pleading to Great Accra Grams no. Until me fat 22 care for no fan New York Atarika road no. Oba say yes am mo pa. Na me ba o mapia sam no kai no. O mapia di kai ka obo ne kasa no. O kan say no they will do agric mechanized farming o ka warehouses all over the country. What you say?
Yeah.
And to have food storage about 80,000 metric tons on kind no. But they are trying to say, sir, warehouse no say Koran Bobie. I don't know.
Me minimum some crocodile.
Empty warehouses. Because because Okwa said, do I know what I'm pa there? Now buffer stock and I from saying, Minya Hanan. Maybe no see you.
Yeah.
Say buffer stock.
Yeah, buffer stock.
You know, secondary schools were crying about food shortages
and
asking parents to come and support them. And I'm a what?
Yeah.
You're gonna hire.
Yeah.
Let me say, yes, maybe Omampay may want to do a great, very lucrative area. But I can tell you, for the past 6.5 years now, Omampay Babatrano, the business say, oh yeah, budget. Was there a budget for agric ministries? And if yes, which areas those budget was allotted to? Because Ucha report now, okay, statement of the nation address now, okay, about certain commodity last year or set up 5-member committee.
Yes.
Say they should look into because he's trying to cut down the import bill to 10, I think by $10 billion or so. And that he wants Parliament to speed it if he come to Parliament. You remember? And you say something okay.
Yes.
So where's some now? You ask yourself, say, I remember about 3 years before I could say I could tell free resign. Okay, I said 2 years to come no. Obiava and Mombagana. Okay.
Okay.
At that time we were doing citizen show and a programs.
Yeah.
Any me can say Timinka Pierre Bonteba catch the Ghana for say because of project where I'm embarking on no. This rice farmer is Ukwa Volta region to say Hohoy Road no.
Yeah.
You can see the land very fertile valley. You could see that it will do very well. Ukwa like irrigation tunnel, irrigation farms or Kikana some no. So we have this metric tons of rice. Because even the rice mills Ukwa Tamara Avenas go and see where they situated the mills, the rice mills factory no, and where the farm is. The farms are around, I think between northeast region and upper east region area. More power upper east region. I've forgotten the area name, but it's within the northeast region. Say, do no farmers you farm there, then you have to come back to mail intermally. No, it must when you go to these rice production countries now.
Yeah.
And to say Vietnam and others, the mills are within the farm gate. So that you harvest a mona at the moisture, and you say dry answer the mill. That's what we are doing here. We are having broken rice. So they have the pie balls. You have a machine in front of pie balls. Then they mail it there with the moisture. That's why you have the correct grain, quality grain, long grain. Bobie, if people is not teaching that, because we have been as important export association. No, say yantimi importer, you say exporter, and I mean to say exporter. What am I campaigning for? What am I advocating for? So I can tell you that Exim Bank, baby, Bobie person for what job your friend probably your friend Lawrence Bibi visa on that President Kufuru Banner for 8 years no, and for the last 6.5 years no, on as managing director. Business say every obia or frozen food importer. We used to pay percentage to Edifan Motomoto Force to become Exim Bank. Exim Bank no. Every importer who's clearing at the port still pay that percentage. It goes to Exim Bank. Anybody who bring rice, pay a percentage, go to Exim Bank. Bise who say for the last 6 years now, Obama has as MD as Exim Bank no. How many farmers did he give them a loan to produce rice? You can't poultry produce. Say I'm paying about poultry produce.
Yeah.
This country, land litigation is very key. Until who for poultry farmers are poultry farmer be a newer. Obaka say I'm feeding my poultry at a cheaper rate cost. See, I'm no customer. Bro, one back at the same.
Almost say 900 Ghana.
Thank you. So how can we survive that institution, that poultry industry? Because before you make a poultry boom, you should be able to produce more soya beans. You should be able to produce more maize to feed your poultry.
A cereal product.
At the cheaper,
but the president says, well, your production yes, those are a cost.
I can tell you, Obini Chira people that come on Okaya. He is not ruling the country like the way Kufuor used to rule. Really? If I become president one day, which I'm dreaming to be, even a clean this is a government institution, I will have a cleaner here. You don't know. You think he's an ordinary cleaner, but I'll have the cleaner will give me before you come and give me the information. The cleaner has given me what is happening.
No, but being so on him, but only the idea to work on it.
And yet, he has put people in places to work on his behalf. He should have fall after fact and figures. They are not briefing him the right thing on the ground. I am telling you that if you Kwabena Dako, scan or the Kwabena Dako, someone paying about I think last year or last year or Kwabena Dako, Dako. That money will be waste, will go down drain because Kwabena Dako cannot. What will he do with it? At what rate is he buying a maize of bag of soya beans to feed his poultry? Ni boy to say. So you see, our rice growers, our poultry growers, our maize growers, we are lagging everywhere. So there's no policy that is linking them together. Say, okay, all right, government is giving me hectare, or I'm going to farm. That was why I said that planning for food and job now was it for commercialized farming or many for me and my wife and my 4 children. And the outgoing minister ignorantly said that he was on Ansah FM, and I sent a message asking him that he should be able to tell me that was it for commercialized farming or peasant farming. Then said Titino. Cocoa kra a peasant farmers now there edo now even that makes our cocoa self the most premium. And I said you are a failed minister, and truly he became a failed minister, just a talkative minister who want to become president today, who want to lead his party, because that policy, that project was good project. If I were to be the minister, Bobie, out of the 16 countries, we will need commercialized farmers. Obia, but when they come to say Bobie is farming,
16
yes, when they say Bobie is farming rice, then we are talking about over 500,000 hectares of land. You are rice.
But I mean, they say it's easier said than done.
No,
I mean,
and I'm saying that, do you know how much money that went to that your friend saying project? You know it.
The PFG.
Yes, you know that farm for job plan for food and job.
Yeah.
Do you know the amount of money that went there? They give to peasant farmers. Peasant farmers will be a dog for 3-4 bags of rice. And they wasted the money. They spent the money. Who spent the money? He has to account. That was the base area to leave Ghana from huge importation of rice or huge importation of poultry, because if they had given it to commercialized farmers, that they will produce more maize, more soybeans, more rice, then you won't go to Vietnam and other things. But they give it to party apparatchiks. Get like I said, let's ask Lawrence at Exim Bank that for the past, because since President Kufuor came, he has been the managing director, if not change, of Exim Bank. Yeah. Who are those here? And I'm saying anybody who bring rice into this country, who bring chicken into this country, pay a percentage to go to Exim Bank. That's supposed to go and help our poultry producers. That's supposed to go and help our rice growers. How many rice farmers have been able to access Exim Bank and they've given them the money? That's the question we are asking. That is the question we are asking. So I'm saying planning for food was a good idea, but at implementation level, government failed woefully. So So, President talking about cutting down importation. How many months did he left to go out of his office? Less than 70 months. Less than 70 months.
70 months, okay.
For him to leave the office. His minister coming to agree today will not read from my lips. He will not be able to introduce any new policy and survive and leave office. Because they shall use 5 years to do this. Medium long term we are talking about here. And that's why I said that the best policy at the time when I had them introduce the planning for food and jobs, I question for commercialized farming. Let's concentrate on commercialized, like people like Minya Senyo Jose. Because these people go for loan at a high interest rate.
Okay, so we are sending message from South Africa. Jonas will be a rainbow chicken in South Africa produces more than 17 million broilers in 21 days.
Thank you. So you see, they feed them, and even hatcheries. How many hatcheries do you have in this country? Do you know hatchery is a very capital intensive investment? So if I was thinking, if the government really serious to cut down frozen importation, they would have said, okay, from now, those who bring their old chicks from UK to feed their poultry, they will no longer pay any fees and charges or duties at the airport. You know, they come because the sensitivity, they come through airport. For the next 2 or 3 years, they will have put a caveat, or what do you call it? Caveat, say, those who bring in the old chicken should be exempted in any fees and charges or taxes to be paid. Why? Because government intends to revitalize that sector, that poultry sector. You understand? Now, while they are doing that, government will give moratorium to say, okay, from now to 3 years or from now 2 years moratorium, that we're going to the old chicks importers now. We are giving money to people who set up hatcheries, and these hatcheries should be done within closer to poultry areas. Then they come to, if it's rice, we say, okay, we are giving you to import rice from now to the next 5 years time, but every 2 years or every 3 years we want to add this metric tons of rice into our what we already have now. Then we will say, okay, all those who want to set up rice mills should set up, so we have catalog to know which area that we can farm rice in hectares.
Yeah.
So don't go and set up in town, in the capital city. Go closer to the farm gate. Just like if you go to Vietnam and other areas, India and other areas where they set up this farm rice mills. Rice mills should not be sitting somewhere. Then the farm is sitting somewhere. It doesn't communicate. It can't link to each other. Government will support.
So
then government will look for land. They have not told anything. There's no any. What the president just spoke, it was raw. We can't take it in a raw state. Unless you tell me that there are other better and further particular for us to know that if this rice, this is the plan for government for the next 5 years. In the next 5 years, who told the MPP will still be in government? But if it's a good policy, anybody who come, even if
the next 5 years,
if it's a good policy, and it is even Ansah who become president tomorrow, we should hold him accountable to continue with such a program. Assuming they were doing planning for food and jobs on commercialized basis, and they are able to even produce one each farmer in each region. If you to come tomorrow, add 1 or 2, then we will have 2 rice producers every each region. Then we can talk of metric tons, because we are consuming no less than 700,000 to 800,000 metric tons of rice a year in this country. That's why the amount of money went high like that. Tomatoes production, Akumada. Can you produce more tomatoes?
No.
Why are you bringing tomatoes from Burkina Faso? So I asked Lawrence at Exim Bank, who has given loan from Exim Bank to produce tomatoes?
Yeah, but I heard they give it to party apparatchiks.
They give it to party apparatchiks who are not into business, who doesn't have the business knowledge, and they chop it and they are there. Of course, if you go to Exim Bank, they will tell you they've given out loans. Who are those? Who are those they've given the loans to? That is the question we're asking. So, Mr. President, come back again. And that I said what he said yesterday is hopeless. He has not come to say anything to bring. He has not bring hope. And unfortunately on the president part, at the part of the president, you know what he said? I don't know whether it was I don't know what happened. He said the IMF going safe cannot turn the fortunes.
Yeah, okay.
You remember?
Yeah, he said it.
So which means is that, so if you are going to IMF and you not turn the fortunes, then why are you taking it to IMF? Do you understand the question?
No, maybe to mitigate the hardship now you want.
President came
but any free.
President came yesterday to the parliament. He has never spoken anything about prime rate. He hasn't said anything about interest rate. He hasn't said anything about lending rate or inflation. So the question we ask ourselves is, Kwabena Abaya or tout to say he was good. The NDC government at the time was doing lazy approach. So I asked, Dr. Bamoya was at the parliament yesterday. Who says that they will move up from taxation to production? Who came and even when October, November, Guta, Kumasi, Guta, Accra closed down shops, you protested against VAT of 12.5, Get Fund 2.5, Health Insurance 2.5, COVID-19 1%. If you sum it up together, it is between 19.2%. You listen to us, and they break your budget came in, even increase VAT from 12.5 to 15%. And now, on my point, say Parliament should speed up to pass income amendment bill for him. Do you know what that means? That means that tomorrow, if that bill is passed and he signed it and they are implementing it, if Accra FM you make $100 million a year after tax, they will tax your profit. That's your profit. They will tax you.
100 million in annual or more tax here, you know.
Yes, after
then
tax,
they look at your profit.
Yeah, they will tax you.
Then tax. Yeah,
yes. When that thing go through. 2. Who got time show bottle no say. Bottle no. So say depending on which area you find yourself, isn't it?
Yes. It be a 5 CDs.
Thank you.
A medium no. Baby could afford the 10 CDs.
Thank you.
It be a 3 CDs.
Good. Who got President Kimpiski and others among Kanua. Only say over. Good. So point is, we want to introduce excise tax again. We want to increase it to 20%. Already cost of doing business. He's talking about he want the 5-member committee to see how we can promote Ghanaian produce. He has forgotten that utility tariff is killing Ghanaians. Omapino. He has forgotten that even taking benchmark values away from Jadifono, yet my friends from AGI, they can produce to meet the market demand. Can they? Do they? But they said they will be able to produce because of the benchmark values was killing them. Is that not it? And I told you, and several times again and again, I meet I am Dake. I tell him in his face. I meet Akwaba, that politician. I tell him in his face. I say, look, if you are jokers, you are politicians. You are not telling the government what your members are going through. Manufacturers in this country are crying because utility tariff is killing them.
But I'm not.
Interest rate is killing them.
But I'm not president. One quote details into all those things.
He cannot go detail because they have spoiled the country. He can't knock his chest and say lending rate is 25 like he said some years ago. Again, even at that time when he was saying 25%, it was 27, 28%. Am I right? It's hovering 40%. Even with debt, domestic debt exchange, banks say that they are comfortable to borrow to government. How about you heard that story yesterday? Or was it today? I was reading somewhere that the banks are ready to even borrow to government because they can't borrow to you and I. We will collapse. At that rate, you can't pay. When Ivory Coast and others are borrowing at 10% per annum, you are talking of 40%, and you wanted to clap hands for you. So it was a shame. So that's why I issued a statement that business community have lost trust with the government. The presentation of the SONA address yesterday is hopeless. It has not brought any hope to anybody. One person was saying what? That during December, petroleum per liter. You see, yesterday he was not mentioning liter, you. He said petroleum was costing 23 and now it's 14 point something.
He was talking about
so
gallon.
He didn't mention. He couldn't mention per liter.
Oh, per gallon.
But is petroleum per gallon, is it 14 point what energy expert is here? Is it like that? Is it so? Mama left the country with how much? 13 cedis or 12 cedis? How much was it per gallon? 14 cedis per gallon.
Not later, no, you say.
Thank you. Meanwhile, they say, hey,
right?
Incompetent Mahama. Bamuya was all over. Humiliating Mahama, his own brother. Today, can they speak? I heard his spokesperson, Dr. Gideon Bwako, at Asempa a few weeks ago, saying that when they say the economy is not doing well, the trade is not doing well, was there no trade minister? Why are they saying Bamuya? When they said the agri is not doing well, was there no agri minister? So you are now trying to dodge. So where was your boss heading economic management team? Why did Akufo-Addo told us that his vice candidate was once a governor at Bank of Ghana? So you know what it takes to make this economy. So you ask yourself, Russia, Ukraine, COVID-19, Canada. Do you know how many people who died in Canada? But Canada are employing, and I'm over. Do you know how many people died in America? Do you know how many Ghanaians who have left this country to go to America? Have you heard anywhere within sub-Sahara, West and Central, that they have introduced a levy called COVID-19 levy? Banks can afford that collapse here. Never come brofos. Omuyasa no muka brofo di confuse Ghana for. So the whole world omu nim brofo. So nim. Say when they collapse those banks, they will make our economy very strong and our city very resilient. And then my people are paying levy at the port called financial recovery levy. They are still paying. COVID-19, yeah, levy. Oko Ivory Coast, did they tax them? Did they introduce a tax called COVID-19 levy?
No.
Hey, bro, they use English to deceive us. So I can tell you that, Mr. President, you have 1 year to go. Less than 1 year, or 1 year to go. 1 year, some few months to go. Because 17 months from now. Point is that he admitted that his IMF going will not solve the problem. But we watch. We should not allow them to use the IMF. If the IMF money comes, they should use to do campaign because they want to break the aid. Can you say
is that what you think?
Yeah, that's what I foresee. Say IMF say but do Ghana. So
which means
2020 election
or prepare your argument towards say IMF's can then they will use it to run their campaign.
Thank you.
While the difficulties in the system
remain. I've already told you. Medical catcher say it do not bring anything. They should forget it. Look, we need to know. They should give us a timetable. Say this IMF first strength. Say this project. Then because you see, Ghana, I'm saying former President Mama Khan, baby. Say Ghana will have short memory. It's true. Because today, Obia forget to say President Akufo-Addo and his vice Eddie Kaikachia say they will move away from taxation to production. Do you know since this government came? Do you know how many taxes that they've introduced? Anything America say Obia word Edu Bobie Amunfa Boguta for.
Good for them,
they are getting like the AGI leadership. They go there with their big tie, they stretch their neck. We have the largest association. Mr. President asks Gutta President, when they say a carbon Gutta importer, you don't even reach 3%.
Mesa Bahobio, I go bit. Meka say Charles McCarthy is in the house. Then we have Benjamin Insia, energy policy analyst, also is with us in the house. Mabel says Bobie, Awingobet is making a good submission. Even the layman can understand. Alexander says, Commander, please extend my greetings to my brother Awingobet. Okay, so thank you. Governor Joshua says, what's the of the has the rotational nurses and midwives committed in this country that we have to work for a whole 8 months without a penny? Please talk some for us, so we are starving. Hashtag release our clearance now. Hashtag pay our allowances now. Hashtag enough is enough. And this is coming from the National Rotational Nurses and Midwives platform. Okay. Yeah. Governor says so. Is the MPP government led by Nana Ado, aware that rotational nurses and midwives okay, so the same message. Bongo says the man talking should take his time because he's making a real good point in here. Okay, so of our case is my brother Charles McCarthy. Good afternoon, and then in the side. All right. Jonas says will be a rainbow chicken. I have touched on that one. Of our case is 2024 is a cool job for Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, and this is not a serious party. Okay, so Alexander says, Commander, please say hi to Aringobit for me and let him know that the late Kusase Queen mother in Lebanon's son from Canada. Only Mobisa. Oh, okay, all right, okay. So Anthony Kweku says, poor man is better than a liar. Okay, so we have Oliver Twist says, Kufuado, the commander in thief. Najib says, please stop. Okay, so let me move on with other messages here. Albert Vinjo says, something is happening. The youth are now crying. And a man for yes, I think we just touch on the Mama Adama says, cocoa farmers are selling their cocoa farms to French people because of the prices. They don't sell it to Ghanaians. Okay, these are some of other issues. Chaze Akwaba, Namema Benjamin Swakwaba, Benjamin Oswakwaba. But Chaze, quick one, Sona. Even up carefree.
Mamin Joe Sona, Mincha Tifonia before. Now Mincha a wing of it. The first time I'm in initial studio.
Really?
Oh, yes, Martini D. Oh, I think the competence, I Greek, a top notch. This will be team here. Can know what think tank. Our Greek sector. Ghana, Nibi. Ghana, think tanks are winning and you got restricted.
Oh, there you Baku better.
A Greek.
You're better than one team.
Why?
Body.
Yeah, for Friday, your body.
Oh, no, body. Oh, let's say you must be the think tank. Nibaha, what kind of sanas my phobia?
A demon,
no, but on only there no.
Ben, a done think tank and so.
On only there no.
Concerned farmers.
You have concerned farmers.
What you take concern for? Concern, a dear concern then in Bia, a man bofoku.
Ah. My friend,
I don't have problem.
My friend, your friend say
concern for
my friend, ya berima.
Matimi who group na concern. Matimi who for.
My friend, ya berima.
Go into the history of this country. Matimi who for bia nya papa. And the concern for bia. There's a mother association.
Matimi who for bia nya papa.
Oh, na Matimi. And this is not disrespect to you.
Anyway,
listening to you, I think your understanding of the agric sector is deeper than the minister will just have. The minister that has decided to plant billboards instead of planting for food and jobs. So idea now, Kasanka will be a farm district, a region behind a farm. We can do it in this country. So you are buying policy, you're meeting me. Commander, on Sona. Fact is, Manti, Manche, I need my mental sanity. Okay. Mental health is very critical to me. And I do 78 and counting. Me new baby.
Okay.
Mintimin question kumiho. Because when we say they are all catcher on, and you know, no dear hounding. Now, as I said, what sound no tea and my mental health. They get it. And for the sake of my mental sanity, I decided not to watch in the course of it. But I'm comfortable reading from those who write the news and they're making. I say, but some may share no that a dear who can ya throw.
Say, Nipediano, they can number so big.
To say, who's I didn't need pay can would throw.
But what they are holding him.
This all kind of Syria to hell with you. You can't do me anything, Shelley. Now, we a constitutional Article 67 say presidential messages we is a wunungwa. Say the president shall, at the beginning of each session of parliament and before a dissolution of parliament, deliver to parliament a message on the state of the nation. Ansah. And to Nyoko Kanye, I went to him, Miss Andre. Say, ya true. Say, not true. Meanwhile, you told us parliament is a house of records.
Yeah.
And the inaccuracies contained in the president's speech, it has become a document of the house. Sadly, just as the president ended the speech, the speaker said, well delivered. Speaker endorses statement delivered. Well delivered. And now we can wait to be on. Or charming now or tiho now. Or see a well delivered. End of debate.
You
understand why we don't need to worry our brains on some of these things? Chess games, friends. And I do really, I have posted that video. My to me, I could try on to Facebook. Oh, really, so my friend, well delivered, well delivered. That was what the speaker said. If you check on my Facebook, it is there. So it makes your debate.
And then I will expect it from the speaker.
But does he have a verdict to pass on the statement when it has not been discussed, when it has not been debated? Yeah, debated statement. When he was quick to say people shouldn't pass comment on the statement, and that they should just move and second the motion. Is that not kind? Was that not what he said?
Yeah.
Preventing people from passing comment on the statement deliberately. And I minority leader, a diversity, and oh yes, or yeah, not in the comment. Experience is the best teacher. I have been there. That was why I said what I said. See, I have a speaker who is shielding and protecting people, his friends. So whatever we will do out here, odious, null and void. Do best we wouldn't now would the word drink coconut. I don't want to die early. I want to live to be 78 and more. Let me say my Japa. My Japa. You get it? Yeah. Because President is telling us when you pay your taxes, you can demand the accountability. Monday. See, the man was rubbing it in your face. BP. What has happened for me now? What country is Akufo-Addo going to hand over to whoever will win 2024? And from now, you should be telling us the kind of country Obabe handing over to whoever will take over from him as president.
Because 2024 by this time will be in the last address.
But not a country. The judiciary looks like a council of elders of a political party.
Nicholas Lakuda said the speaker's comments is in relation to the delivery and not the content.
But why? Did you read Bola? What is in the delivery?
Maybe he was articulate.
Fluent.
Yeah, fluent.
He sounded good in his ears. No, as Nicholas said, when something sounds good, when you applaud, you applaud. A debate will not be part of. A neutral arbiter you are supposed to be. When it comes to parliamentary debate, the speaker is supposed to be neutral. He's supposed to say you don't have a say. And before the statement, you will table it for people to discuss. You have stated your position. It was well articulated. The points were clearly made. What defense ben omodibano? Anyway, I'm here to speak my mind.
Yeah.
People are entitled to hold their minds too. I am saying, say,
Accra FM.
Akufo-Addo is going to hand over a country that the judiciary looks like a political party council of elders. That is what we have now. The judiciary Akufo-Addo can appoint over 150.
150.
Yeah, judges. The last time I checked, it was 152. And now you do 121 account. Do the count 173. And I have been counting that anytime we be appointment be America, and it looks like a political party be council of elders and the judiciary. So I say, for a security agency now, a party guards. This is a Ghana Akufo-Addo is going to hand over to whoever will take over from him in 2025. That is the state of Ghana. So electoral commission and your constituency electoral commission of Ghana has become a constituency of a political party. The clergy are now choristers. The clergy, they are now choristers. As for the media, the least said about you, the better. So I say, okay, let me put it well. Because Ben is looking at me. he want to take a dig. As for the media, the least said about us,
Thank
the
you.
better.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That meaning baby also can my baby on the other doko.
What I say? You see, and that is the Ghana that we have today. A common knowledge. So when Akufo-Addo took over this country, a gallon of petrol, 4.5 liters. Mama say you know, 4.5 liters. No can never man motor petrol 14 cedis. I'm talking about 4 liters, no, and a half. That's all. 14 cedis.
You can divide it.
And no, under John Mahama, we said he was incompetent. Wabong.
Yeah.
Good. And you two tier Mahama boom over 1 million votes. 6 years after Akufo-Addo has taken over, President Ayew Bida, a liter of petrol went up to 23 cedis and coins under Akufo-Addo.
Accra FM.
And now about 20 cedis.
Yeah, not him.
I mean, to a deliberate so could tear Ubenya BP. Ubenya heart attack.
Because
you know
that line.
Figures, and there won't be opportunity for anybody to correct that statement.
A cow.
You can't correct it. Meanwhile, Parliament is telling us there is a house of records. Internal maybe sir honorable say, are they happy about our structure and procedure? Can they do something?
The future generation no who can almost go parliament Africa say no.
Or can or say 20 cedis. No, we know that a more than 20 cedis. That is a liter, not a gallon. So mama, any NDC incompetent. Not omutimi ton petrol my 14 cedis, gallon, 4 liters. Not a competent person now buy. Now by ton liter mama 20 cedis are you competent? You see, the Vienna made the democracy. Yeah, I am one madress baby. Mupayanko range in a dream.
Se bia bubu adamo
A binet. People have just covered their lunacy. You get it? And you know, a serious issue in 2023, Akufo-Addo will still have the guts, the courage to want to look back and blame Mahama. Akufo-Addo still have the strength to blame the woes of this country on a certain dooms, free education, COVID-19,
Russia,
Ukraine. And I mean, I insult. You see, we believe it when you accept, so why you're wrong. Kufo buy and into a no beer boku for a day. The courage to admit, say, no, touch line, no, he say, I am right. Or buy a new one who is different. And he apologized. That is why Ghanaians are forgotten about say Kufo was very critical of the NDC. That candid admission now, I will move you mind quiet. That is so everybody is expecting that Akufo-Addo will do same. We acknowledge the fact to say Nkweyi. Akufo-Addo the Vanga Ozzy or prefer you wouldn't have voice no her. He would prefer a reckless media to a sycophantic one. Not diplomatic cause. Ambassadors when they are talking about what is happening in this country, you summon them to pay their say and want them to stay off. It didn't end there. He retreated it in Parliament. We are cap in hand. One of a presidential private jet. No one could discard them. No more betrayed. You see, and they are culpable. They are part of our problems. What does it?
Yeah.
Because more reps work. They give you up to date, up to minute reports. So you know how this country is being governed better than some of the citizens in this country. So when they come for loans, why can't you tell them we won't give you? No, you should be straightforward. That is, you are being fair. Because you sit here and support it to happen here. It can't be. COVID-19, we are told say dollars buy about $6 billion. And Parliament is there. Parliament has not been able to hold people accountable to the people of this country. Do you get it? You see, that legislocracy is a because of lobby now, they call something constituency projects. Because of constituency projects in Parliament is unable. Members are unable to look ministers in their face and push them, pin them to the wall because of a so-called district light. They call the constituency. Because your dad, man from Omadia, they say, a MP Juma, and it's to be Chakwai. And then a Juma. That is not. And that is why they are unable to deliver. That is why they are unable to work. And the Bibia Kohwa now quite rubber stamp. Everything goes there, it comes out cool.
Young Konkwa.
And then a problem. That is why I've been saying, yes, society parliamentary architecture now, Not no proper a beboa. And to say you decompose so won't mean the ministers in free parliament. You cannot take a minister from parliament. Let's cancel that bullshit. Parliament should be parliament. Now, parliament decided president Aketua. Now, president decided parliament Aketua. How do you think about it? No, you are holding you have oversight responsibility over the person. Una who decided Aketua or no decided with you. Sabiu, Ansah in the room. So, a systemic failure, and you work as a mind. So, our statement, you save it. Next year, and the next year, Parliament have go and see, go and read number kind. You will get same language. Repeating, you be whom so. But you look into the eyes of President Kufo, no one can just do. You have constructed roads more than any other president in the Fourth Republic.
That's an insult.
The question is, where are the roads? Where are they? I say, where are the roads?
Me, my route at Ashama Zone, New York. Yeah.
You have just looked at Ashama Zone, New York. That is even not an international road. Let's place emphasis on international road. The motorway in that way.
6 years now.
Motorway. Look at the motorway. Well, you can look at the motorway.
Yeah, that's right.
I
Death trap.
That's where I drive every day.
That is it. We cannot construct motorway. Motorway and chroma breast. So abejimi breno. Omodi concrete. Yeah. See ya.
Yeah, the bitumen editing.
The bitumen editing. Go and look at how the road has become. That is what we are talking about in 2023. We are not thinking. We are backward. Democracy is not our thing.
I'm on TV.
Democracy, and that is why sometimes I want to agree with you. Say, Bibini Yare.
Straight.
Do you get it? So I want to agree with Bibini because it is not our thing. No, how can a small country like Ghana, with gold, diamond, bauxite, everything you can talk about it, arable land, not yet serenity. What has brought us here? Reckless borrowing. What has brought us here?
Also, on your reckless borrowing.
Why? 1 year day. Now let me tell you one recklessness of Akufo-Addo. Just one, relatable one. I will be a tiffy be any way. We tisi will console on if your head is well screwed on your neck, you won't do this. During COVID-19, CTV, I'm talking about CTFM4. They took it upon them.
CTV, class Indiana, City TV.
Okay, City TV.
Yeah.
City TV na make no, CTFM4. Almost so next for Omakwaji Ayalolo Bass no. And no my brand. Also, young Francis Ness for Nkwejuma.
Yeah,
true.
I remember.
And no matia. Omo contribution to the nation Ghana. There will be a Ghana corporate social responsibility. Abansi dabi.
Mema monye.
Keno fata si dabi omon beji musika. Na onwa betua. Was that not recklessness? Every sitting there, just a 1 penny. And sorry, we're giving rice. Well packaged one, 5 kilo. I can't fish in a seafood, and no much. See, Maker's house in a seafood. They were giving this. A bamboo food. More beyond children, and it no work on what to do me. It became a naso. And now watch it. Obiama 5 kilo. Government, you didn't give anybody 5 kilo of rice. COVID-19, yeah, Obiama 5 kilos of rice. And you cooked rice. Let it be on record. And you more yanwa. What is it? What no more back we bet me a feeding per 100. And we're told that 250,000 Ghanaians were fed during that 2-week period. Police for Dokuna no mudi mom, kenke and fish. And no etimi koso you say. 6 billion. Now COVID sikano enye bi na see di twan up phone.
You know.
But that is misapplication meboa. Mama finance no. If the money is supposed to go here and you apply it wrongly, misapplication by law, by the financial act, no, it is a punishable offense. Anything now, come and no work with Parliament. Do you get it? Because they have the power, they have the oversight responsibility over the executive. And now, no, me lawyer, I was Harvard trained lawyer. Ayaraga Bakuno Mahama Ayaraga.
Okay.
Now all Kase Finance Minister Boom Rabia the government finances of Ghana. Kanda Nipana Boom Raso Uye Mranimini One Nefian Fahon. If from the house, You have oversight responsibility over this man. Abra man no momuko file censure motion. Emra obubu su na man fanka ho. You went chasing non-existing. They were sentimental, emotional, and they were chasing wild goose. Meanwhile, the issues are a bit members can a few officers were there. What in the day except both fixed matches? Our parliament a match near fix.
Now a pie
to Nimso made the Faha won't bet to no there go Faha. No, as they were young bonding. That is and to me where I see.
Yeah.
There's nothing because the man has told us say we performing in Ubia. He said he has performed more than any other person in this country. Yes, he admits. Say there were challenges. We overcome. As to how we overcome, me news or China, and no dear number be come one. We are no more bomb in some margin so. No more to trap pictures. And no more could the account. Asa democracy are most of really need. You get it? That is the issue. You have created 6 additional regions. As we speak, some of the regions don't have accommodation.
Even administrative office.
That is what I'm saying. They don't have regional office. Some of them, but others do. Is that the kind of country you want to leave behind? Now, Kufuor and say, Akufa don't ultimately president. No, if President Kufuor has done it this way, if it had been this sluggish, this snobbish, this nonchalant attitude that Kufuor had demonstrated here, so Sana Kufuor, and Konyabi did not do a campaign. Ghana vote Ghanaians accepted Akufuor because of, largely because of President Kufuor.
Yeah.
Yes, because he can on President
Kufuor's achievements.
Yeah.
If you are doing this, the people behind you, those who suffered for you to become president, what are you doing to them?
Close the door. No,
that is the problem. And unfortunately, the grey-headed men in MPP are quiet.
Some are talking.
Who are they?
No,
who are they? Who are they talking?
When was
the last time I spoke? When was the last time? Now, you feel that this is our bread, then not believe you. But someone from you are expecting the President Kufuor, especially your people, those in the Ashanti, a carry weight, because that is where the chunk of the vote come from. And unfortunately, they are sycophantic. Unfortunately, they are interested in his stomach infrastructure. Once they can build their stomach, they don't care about what happens to anybody. That is the problem. And that is why the MPP looks what it looks like. The time has come for us to look people in the eyes and tell them the truth. Akufo-Addo is sending the new patriotic party far away from civility.
I'll come back. A quick comment, Bright. Tibu says, but seriously, it is an insult to Kufuor for Nana to say he has built roads more than any other president under the Fourth Republic. Oliver Twist Wampugili says all the roads are in Ebuakwa South. The lunatic fringe will say it is part of Ghana, and there are obviously mad people in there. Daniel says, Mr. McCarthy, God bless you. You are speaking the truth. Okay, so we have Eric Asiedu. Charles McCarthy, brilliant guy, brilliant submission all the time, making sense. But I'm sad. People doesn't see the job you guys do each and every day. But truth be told, I like you, Charles McCarthy. Bongo says, okay, Togo gave their citizens like 2 weeks momo, money the flow. Alexander says, McCarthy, you're my mentor. Always on point. Ghanaians need to know. All right, so this one is coming from Bright. Ansah says, Mr. McCarthy is making sense, more fire. Francis K. Domekwe says, good evening, brother. Watching you live from Columbus in Ohio, US of A. All right, we have Akuya Akosombo Nyantechiwa says, Charles McCarthy, God bless you. This is the hard truth. Kofi Salah says, Charles McCarthy, brilliant submission. When I heard that from the speaker, I was like thieves in suits. Okay, so Agbema Okay, so there is something wrong with that man. It is unfortunate state resources have been entrusted to him and will be for the next 2 years. What a criminal. Okay, so Moro Salifu says many are crazy but few are naked. Nicholas says I fully agree with Charles Baetio McCarthy concerning the mental health issue. Same way I didn't listen to him. Ose Baetio. Okay.
His adopted name.
Oh,
Muyakwa.
Baetio. Okay, all right.
You're doing it in vain.
Yeah. Pagwa Joe Ofori Jr. says, but the speaker cannot criticize the president's speech. McCarthy, what are you talking about? Now, one says the speaker's comment is in relation to the delivery and not the content. Lange says the speaker of parliament ought to be watched well. He is diabolical like Muntaka and Haruna. Okay, so these are some of the few comments here. Then we have Taxman says, good afternoon, Commander. Watching you live from Kung. Extend my greetings to my younger brother, Awin Gobet, and tell the man talking. He's just a fantastic guy. Billy Ebenezer says, Charles is superb. Rock on. Rock your good job. Watching you live from South Korea. We have Antonio Kuma says, Bobie, what were you expecting from Nanado? I don't know. Abu Dewe says, brilliant submission by Charles McCarthy. We have Ken Farouk, Charles McCarthy, my man. Keep the fire blazing. All right, so we have some few comments in here. And Erica Siedu is asking, about about 40 Kumasi or your secretary. Okay, so quick one, my brother. Okay, Benjamin, issues about Nana Rezi, the oil. I know so because of your expertise in the energy sector. We raise issues about the gold for oil.
But that's it, Minia. I mean, Minia Panina Charles, dear, Mr. Mentor, no, Aja. FES product, and I think that Abua Nepa in terms of his argument, and I really admire saying or to Tony Nema step by step. That is good. Dibubie may go straight to gold for oil. I think Mr. Pessimist may debate on most of the things. First of all, I think that state of the nation nonka menya yenya beginning of a term and end of a term because tie omampani ne kasa emu I say it is a repetition of what was said last year. I said term biano oka last year you see silos have been provided. We've built roads, we've built hospitals, but every year no yen to me number of hospitals I are building. For example, I was thinking that say year we now state of nation now can reviewing the previous year. I was say previous year 2022 root me can dear or mine ye jina based on near my yediaka home, but still now say since Omampani started in 2017 once a man or cano. I think that we need to look at it because we are just wasting resources on some of these things. Repetition of things in the year. Yeah, Tiama and Timmy Crown, I say, you know, I was not encouraged to, I didn't even follow it. At my time crown full, I was not encouraged to follow it. So we need to look at it carefully from that part. But you see, Minia Chase Casano, and I meet Minia, I will go better so Casano. I think there's something we are looking we are losing sight of, and that is the personality and the government we are talking about. Maybe be how the fellow was socialized and how the fellow was brought up and how the fellow thinks and the thinking process. And I think that Omampania Otisui and the current MPP government of Motisua, they make say they are blacks but white in thought. Okay, France Panona.
Before, but
Omadrini a brofadrin. Okay, France Panona. Or make his argument in black skin, white mask. I say, a brana yepe independence. No, after independence, post-colonial independence. No, a brofunu jaha. My say ye move mine. A binum bejia kunyano. A person act say a brofunamu. So they were not relating with the people. And so we history. The MPP and its origin, no, the origin by being free by as Dan Kwabuzia to today MPP, no.
Yeah,
that's how they think. Oye bibini na husuo no anana hofama no bibini bana dream no bronya dream nti obenya se obumanya one ne yonko bibini distance wom emotwen. And that is why you are observing they are not governing with the people. They are governing themselves thinking that they are white, and for that matter they are superior to the people they are governing. And sometimes you ask yourself that why should I judge them? And that is why I also blame the media, because media it was so educated Ghanaians and by who political ideologies and political philosophies and how politicians are. But media I'm who how Nana Akufo-Addo the thought process here send your dream. Because
then maybe also you failed to monitor, because from at least minimum from 2007, people have been talking about the Akufo-Addo mindset and how he thinks and even within the MPP no one register ni suban boni no.
Oh, the media register for one say Techiman.
Yes.
Your own people. So one say they see Techiman no and they see Ghana in 1948. The 1948 riots now, service persons no your sergeant alaje.
But now Akufo-Addo now Akufo-Addo ayesa ade no e won the party mu ama about radio so ama the party for now complaining about ne approach and also ne style of ruling.
Bobie, party complaints and media education. Let's decipher that.
That is where the problem is.
The media no and to me I educated ye. Party need to complain say na man here, but we wanted the media because me semiti hey say politicians better na so more kasa. Me ready or NDC ni say no be kasa. Me ready or MPP ni say no be kasa. Me judgment on them no different from media ni amini say Bobie independent. Na adwen o kire na wo mefa because the media no motenet no education, information and maybe entertainment.
Omo kan no radio so
minimum. But omo kan nyina no wona nka wo say we independent obe ka ma me adia no anka bi. Oma politicians they can. So me bamba. So
Yakobo this guy, this MPP guy omukobu ni nsemi. There was this guy. Yakob primaries or support to Alan Martin. Then Akufo-Addo attacked him or party officer Buninsem. The person was on radio stations, they are interviewing him. Yeah, all kasa they say this is no radio broadcaster beside me
on this particular issue there were radio persons in Ghana here supporting someone. So it is you the media.
So which means you could not so call those people out.
So you could not educate us well.
No.
For us
to
know you could not educate us well for us to know who this particular man is.
Chairman, because Obi say I win go bet. Ako ha ni pa mo ma bebu me abu me nsem ama aya pictures e wo ho. Do I need to
enye ne kura wo kan come into that case with that.
Aha, so it kasa one thing.
And a lot of Ghanaians
me about so media ni bi so na o defend ya. Call them out, sir. That time you this person you Bobie Ansah you why win go bet. Momo na na sa time mo defend it. You know so.
So but eno ejina ho. Nti nana no suno mantima ma yankyere yen. Hwe de esi otechima. Me de mo because de esi otechima na say me nua makati da bi otwere fa na o kan bibi but I understand the media. De osi otechima no eno na si 1948 because the whites saw the blacks as different people. On kame ho onye minipa nti mikunu kra enye hwe. And this same government based on Fanon theory no eso hu say techima ni no yekunu kra enye hwe. And that is the elite mentality, which is a bad mentality, and that's the mentality of this particular philosophy and a party.
You can copy, sometimes you can copy some certain things, but you don't copy things that is not beneficial.
But that is what they are. So the AC I Ashamai regrettably, Yama Abushani na yako on Omobano Mofrimono. But look at the way the army behaved. As if we call Ukraine. Now say you need to go crack or what the choppers ni. Amokas bekosa.
Mense Burkina obuntimi control.
Yes.
They are running away.
They are running, and when we ask questions, you get Minister of Defense and his deputy telling us stupid things, meaning that the theory still stands that no Minister of Defense no NDP omu say Ghanaians. And that is the philosophy this government is using. And I was say ko. Nti maka no awie no, I was say restructure this particular philosophy say. Bobie Ghana ni, mimi Ghana ni. Nti so okodi akonwa na. Oh ye Ghana ni, woni Ghana ni na was say mubu omai no. Which I think that it was a free home. Yes, started free home. Nti media make nyina say wo hwe ye parliament say ye ko na yako cancer. There are certain things I was expecting. I didn't hear. Unemployment is one of the highest now. Ne wanya youth. Brain drain, one of the highest in recent history. Bobie say, oh my Ghana, ha ye maburu nyina ko UK, next for no ko UK. Ye maburu nyina ko America, ye maburu nyina ko Canada, ye maburu nyina free ha ko die ntia omundi jumae. Then you get a vice president comes to confirm say na ni age. Adenya Ghana card buy no ne. Or is it the Ghana card one of the things? He mentioned it some day. Sa ya digital passport. And because of say digital passport, you know, the passport acquisition adosun in the history of the world. The question I ask myself, what do you use passport for?
Yeah, the two guys.
Yeah, because your state has failed. Your human resource are train you. U free say chese waboka say we train human resource to help us no. Omunyine adwane akwa brochire. Akoye adwuma mo bi man.
There's no work. So they have to go for work.
So I was thinking that he could mention that. He didn't mention it. And sometimes young guy saying the state generic no my akwan we akwan saying must see hospital saying or then put up must see silos who see silos saying and silos here was in the hospital what is the impact on human development say nipa no nimpuntuo nse saybe na bam before so be ready yet say vaccine kra na yenya bi mayema
still yenya bi
it is kumasi kra
inti say what's the hospital and
something like that.
And I the drone for you.
I said Mensia Hospital.
Really?
Yeah.
I've just seen something like that.
And I the drone for you. And the deliver bus then. That's all the drone for you. Na oma mo fry ya woman we cannot vaccinate them. You can't buy. So we should stop this state of the nation or whatever. I think they should do it 4 years. Obe start here, they count here. Count generic statements, you know, obi ancho, obe we so abe count never was them because send ye yedi amount for better no be waste in that time then because sometimes no class FM monitor be am bet media aton product bi me nua ye obet na ha a Greek man na oton ensabi obade bi anka the product nko bet me aton ama Ghana for hu product bi aba
oton se bia o say ona mo appetition ni bag
sa appetition san ko bet ma be mo slot e di aye because it's just a waste of time now memra oil so which is my area my follow kakra. Metiso Mampanyika say gold for oil has done. I think Madika Kanibami said there's nothing called gold for oil. Bibia Saniho and Memo Abakwasem. In 2021, MPP buy na if you boss levy or boss margin, if you have 3 pesos per liter on petrol, diesel, and LPG. If you have 3 pesos. And now 2021, boss to car said 3 pesos na itiano iswa. Nti ye increasing ko 9 before no kra no in 2020 increasing ko 6 pesos nti omu peja mu free 3 to 6 okay. And in 2021 they increased it to 9 pesos nti 9 pesos and then boss to also the boss they say on reserve products in my your products ni nyina on reserve be my so that at least ye ho ko ahonya hia mu a ana ye say ho kire ya wono e de abeso ya sen aboa nti boss enya 9 pesos increment 6 pesos increment from 3 pesos no e ma ni sika mbe yedu nti ni sika mu yedu no e na ye hu se no se etwa man so no e bo na ikosoro nso no ye dollar no so eni muaye bibia ye basa nti se sadia somewhere last year November December mu no ye sika boss anya no ye emphasize sika no emfa nkra fuel mra na embeto magana fo sa sika no ene ye dia to fuel a yakra dia ba ye to amagana fo a obi say gold for oil there's nothing called gold for oil. And let me tell you why there's nothing called gold for oil. One, okay,
so meaning is say omo mfa gold be and free anko baby
dabi no but tie first consignment buy you say the $40 million and a cotton products buy yanka say the gold na ko batai
yeah
and obi cotton ba because ye cotton gold no and enya is kana de cotton buy bisa ni pani say oton gold no ma wan na cotton gold no yanton gold would na pesos a utia on a liter no and a boss accumulate say scan no and all the crap products dey ba there's nothing called gold for oil. Now second fact,
Okay.
Yeah, almost the
deputy
Andrews.
Okay. Japan Mesa
said that they bought it with 40 million.
Cash.
$40 million.
And it was not in a gold.
But they couldn't tell the source of that money.
It is Boss product. Boss has been buying product. Boss auto products in 2018. Auto products ACADBCA. If you look at the state ownership report of 2019, 2020, even 2021, Boss auto product ADCA. Into your auto product this year, no, and no cash 3 pesos na demand nusa. Into own to me and fanto product nibi. And for being to an my foka. Into Ghana for yen man is increasing 9 pesos.
Uncle Tomra.
Nti 9 pesos na ya increase ya kono from 3 pesos no. Eho ena onu yi bi. E dey akoto products ni yaba. Ena wasa beto amayen.
So a boss a product.
A boss product. There's nothing ko go obi anton gold ko ba bia.
Take gold no way.
So what is happening?
Nothing is happening. People are just making
obi have real gold no.
Obi have real gold that a PMMC for eho asem. These products that are coming, they should tell us how much gold they sold.
No, I'm serious because Bank of Ghana, when the governor, one of the deputy governor went to Parliament, he said they should ask if it's good. They should ask a PM what
PMMC.
PMC.
Precious Mining Marketing Commission.
So meaning say we are gold no ana say what is it?
No dey mean to me but what I can tell you on anything obi ka say gold for oil and enye gold for oil. So let me tell you how even the thing works. Inti boss to the products ne bar. The boy and kese ne say one ne edwaman so bona started ekufom. Say edwaman so many o kasa yi no ohwe crude na and be $84 per metric per barrel, sorry, per barrel. Ohwe metric tons and ne many o kasa yi diesel enam $834 per metric. Petrol nam $803 per metric. But unka November mu no any October mu last year no na products are making ni mienu nyina bro $1,000 per metric.
Yeah.
In this net ne boy fu edwaman so a hanso ne boy be fu. Nti enye gold for oil. There's nothing called gold for oil anyway. Say ne boy fu edwaman so no hanso ne boy fu. Now the second part is that say omo the products ne ba because of say aban bust and akokra product na ba nti no. Bank of Ghana
certain charges don't pay.
They don't pay and Bank of Ghana also gives them cheaper dollars.
Yes.
Nti omo the product na be duru Ghana hanum no. Na Bank of Ghana aka chom so omo quote product no on only exchange rate no inside the commercial exchange rate. Enema products near for. And no enema products near for. Apart from that, there's nothing because no one is selling gold. They should tell us how much they've sold so far. So Kaya, Deputy Governor of Bank of Ghana, Echo Parliament, PAC, yes. Public Accounts Committee.
Yes.
Sam George, he raises a question. He say, products now must say they ban. Gold do saying, and he couldn't answer. Until date, he has not been able to answer because they don't sell any gold to buy any oil. And your boss, ni juma die, and a sika na ye piano, and a boss editor oil ni dia brain.
I see.
But was boss established to do trading? No.
But they do it. They do it.
So they are breaking the laws.
No, you see,
so there's no law in this country.
And I make a choice.
Because boss ordinary is to keep storage so that in case there's shortages, they come to support us.
Yes.
So assuming say Tor refinery more, then they can keep the rest.
Yeah.
So that when there's shortage, so that they will continue feeding. So when there's shortage at international market, at least it can hold it for 2 or 3 months before they can look for elsewhere. But they were not established to trade.
So now let's take even this product. Last product I bought here by 150,000 metric tons. 150,000 metric tons. That's a mini charge. Over mass mamia. Even average, that's a metric ton $1,000 per metric car. Do you know how much that is? That is $150 million. Send a PMMC to. How much do they buy? Bank of Ghana monthly. What reserve gold there is $60 million gold. That is what they state.
So my second question is: so I know if I'm not moderating your work. Yeah, so I know that MPA license BDCs before you can leave oil, finish or crude to this country. Number one, and there's a fee they pay. Is that not it? As to register for that license, for that certificate to be given. So has boss paid?
No, boss doesn't pay.
They registered?
No, they don't pay.
Are they registered to do that?
No, they don't pay.
So you can imagine.
They don't pay. So BDCs are supposed to pay $300,000 a year annually for license. So obey import two products abakruma. Boss in TSS can be.
The boss because of so own tiano and can't get in kitty because of so no sound tanks no or more cabby or sign the products neighbor a buying product.
Okay.
Into charges be own tia. Into no de bar or the products number. Na Bank of Ghana catch and say, okay, me $1 no cheaper because me $1 me go me reserve. Into me the amount. Into set the price no using my dollar. Right? Set the price using my dollar. So for example, the last time they sold in second window of February be buy. Omo ton ye no at the first window of February da. Omo de 11 Ghana cedis and a set here. Then time na exchange rate on the universal banks no around 12 Ghana cedis 80 pesos. Now no di omo de buy omo de 11 Ghana cedis 90 pesos and a set here. I brought na commercial bank there no and a universal bank there no 13 Ghana cedis something. So on the message channel. Inti enye gold for enye yemfa gold nko ton ko die bibia gold in ton ba bia. It's just that usika na watu ama boss no ehunfa so e na wunya. So are they making profit? Is government now making profit? Yes, government is making profit using your boss margin. So government is not supposed to trade. Government is supposed to come with a framework policy. So to boost the private sector. And because of that, I think when last killing the private sector. Last week or last 2 weeks or so, I heard Provençal, who is the MD of Bost, oko my sister station back no cause Ostre. Say kran yentu mu boss margin no yentu mu from 9 no then san fan 12. Can you imagine this?
And your consumers no dey betua for
say no watima ma boss margin na ya adwuma ma mo ma say no profit aba ma munya a little bit cheaper fuel because no the bar Bank of Ghana money cheaper dollars no dey atwa mo and we a bit cheaper ndi say osa ka chem say mo 9 pesos na butua no isa mo nsanya ne 12 pesos ma me na mintimi ni dwuma ne fa cheaper fuel emrem.
But another point they say you no ama you to fuel at the cheaper cost. Ono na say a cheap one trim. And
I make say we share price now. First price no enye cheaper compared to how much you took it and how much last year it was sold. Last year by this time net 27 Ghana cedis per liter. Net so I'm 18 Ghana 80 cedis per liter. And I don't see ni cheaper now or can but compared to last month and the last 2 months cheaper. And I make actually say ni cheaper no any gold for oil. And 2 say obi kra dwin say gold for oil la. On say who say it was so factor say international market price okra no eswate. Because in November you were buying the products above $1,000 per metric. Today is $800 per metric. So are they even declaring that how much they are buying per metric? They are not even declaring. Exactly. That's what I'm telling you that they will not declare because it's boss trading, boss trading, which is wrong. Boss trading. He's killing the private sector. Boss trading. Yes, I'll come to that too. But I see, Minia, boss or any trading or kill the private sector, which is good. I will say if you want to because ne is good, maybe is bad. But I want the argument is good, not maybe what I said is. The argument is good. Say because okay, the private sector no, because ne OMCs now or mususa now because MPA and other license. No BDCs. Maybe I'll start from the OMCs to the BDCs. Okay. MPA and other license requirement about say so person be OMC Chroma also only 7 retail outlets, a minimum of 7. Yes. Only 5 creating more provisional license.
Say almost be here say.
Maybe. Be here 7 no the aba 7 no afibia no betua 30,000 Ghana cedis as license renewal fee. Say
for each or for the
all as an OMC.
Okay.
Say who the products number. What's the products now the aba no? Obi a over 45 retail outlets. And now the beto no. Na obi or no 7 and as below no 5 na provisional license no on ton products ne ma no. Ono nkoto na boarding obabi. Nti o cripple industry nti obekomo ane. Bobie o defa Kumasi Kwan so left and right most retail outlets omu collapse. They are closing down. O de observe pa kroma. O fa Accra Kwan eko Kumasi a left and right retail outlets no omu nyine close down. Most of them are collapsing because they say no all the best product na komo obi cheaper because ono 45 retail outlets. Abra ono etua 30,000 Ghana cedis annually. Obi sukra 7 ono sutua 30,000 Ghana cedis annually. O say 7 no money product. Nti amasa bi ni no ono koto na boarding obeseti higher price obi ameto this was started close to the product na yi down what the free honum now the OMC BDC for no side so because of say boss any product say ba Bank of Ghana use cheaper dollars edema boss nti no amasa say amount from person beto BDC for no product nti the BDCs are also losing and BDCs new losing so no month bia no anasa afibia no e so ko 300,000 the amount So this particular charade that I see gold for oil, which I know it is not in existence, no, it is collapsing the private sector, and then also making sure that government utilize the sikano anka sikana was all the keeping products no. And the man said that no or you so the atoma yehu ama yehu actually. So media so because a gold for oil, there be a catch for there's nothing called gold for oil in Ghana. It's just boss buying their product using the boss margin of what you are 9% no. Out the sutiano and nobody told product niba. No matter how to amount. I didn't who is carding for so. But I hope say media no ye be policy boss. Say say 9% now or Saturday crap product de bano. Obehwe ni ye na dachi wankasa oboka e de agwe books.
Oh, but now they are making profits.
You see, first consignment they made a loss. Maybe they will not tell you.
Really?
Yes, because the first consignment were not discounted products.
Business.
Yes. First consignment nenye discounted product. First consignment no omomba because motor 40,000 metric tons. And over the 40 million ekoto, which means at that time no metric ton be an motor no be $1,000 per $1,000. At that time market time na mene okasano. First window of February na the almost 900 and a set price of kruma. This okoto product no 1,000. Na the $900 and a set price of kruma. What lose $100 per metric. Inti hono mbo katu yeho. Inti media make you say yeah media no in policy so that are buying especially boss am make tena bia and can't say that say project we are in a scene and isu no wa boka say e de ato yen ho. And that is why because there's this man called Zimmerman. We are environmental economics. So we can't say there's nothing called free lunch.
Yeah.
Yen for bibia nche yeti kroma we be che yensu we be che electricity ye ni agio the next moment na the taxes are better say electricity na mu use ye mu tua broso the next moment na ya be increasing utility tariffs mu tua water double water nko between last year and this year ye tua water more than 60% averagely.
Serious.
Others even paid more than 700%. So take component structure now
700
more than 700%. So no PRC ba na be communicate here or communicate average weighted average no be catch say oh ye electricity ye tumu 27% when yaje. But if you take sector by sector, end user and a user by user, it bloom to more than 500%. That is what is happening.
Yeah, I spent more than 500.
Yeah. So the main person make a say there's nothing called free ranch. The media should monitor what the so-called go for oil or whatever they call it because there's nothing called go for oil anyway. They should monitor it so that boss doesn't incur debt on our books. What I'm person medicacy. But Messiah can't offer oil who be on so obi ebeka say oil boy coffee because of gold for oil and award enye no credit because net on the international market born for an airfu born airfu ba last year November you call $23 23 Ghana cedi 60 pesos per liter. That's the first window of November no crown ahwehan bi na MPA and MPA caused that particular fault problem ne abeka yen one. Sa window now between last days of October, Bobie. So follow your na CD was very volatile.
Yes.
CD was very volatile.
Like 14 plus.
Inti Eco 14 na Eco 15 na very volatile, but it was for only 5 days or so. Inti 5 days no MP and Korea police are over protective petroleum user no. Or tiase ma bidis for the 19 Ghana cedi 50 pesos and the share bo. Inti sa window no first window of November. BDC fund the 19 Ghana cedis, 50 pesos to $1. That's the forward rate they use.
Yeah, the super lines are doing using their own rate and the higher more than even what is trading.
Yes, instead of some combisu, about 15 Ghana cedis or maybe what is prevailing at that particular market.
What price could be used at
15? Or use 19 Ghana cedis, 50 pesos. And the share board and MP it's now here.
Because they are making.
Yes, I and a bono jumpy diesel. Echo 23 Ghana is 60 pesos. And a petrol cost 17 Ghana is 90 pesos. And no one said anything. And that volatility, it happened for only 5 days.
And I'm who are and researchers.
We said it. But one thing, Beka, Minister of Energy, and also follow on Fahon. Because Okutasa mentality, energy ministry doesn't care about you. Because he holds this mentality that he's a white man in a black skin. The president holds this mentality that he's a white man in a black skin. And that is the distance between this particular government and the good people of Ghana. And until we restructure,
I will go with your last point, quick one. You're running out.
Like I say, I was expecting the president to restore hope into me in person, one, and the Ghanaians as a whole. What I listened yesterday, what I heard yesterday, and I am a daddy because a hammer say more taxes. As at now, taxes now, you cannot some no. There's more taxes that is coming to add to business community. In fact, Bobie, I want you to go to Register General and GIPC to know how many organizations that came to Ghana and full up during this last 2 years. It will surprise you that many, including even Ghanaian companies who will not go to GIPC, but perhaps maybe if the law said that if you close, you inform Register General, you would have seen how many companies that have collapsed,
dead
under the watch of this government.
I am up data na my.
I said, Minia Benjamin, there
is a researcher, and
yes.
Ben, I hope you are going to.
Oh yeah, I'll get it.
So I can tell you, say, all is not well. 24 have lost trust in the government. Omomoti makola, omomoti katamazo, omomoti eduno, omonim say VAT no ya increase no. And omonim say ya samba ba tax omo after omo profit na omo no. And omonim say drinks now ya top special ice drinks, 5-star, Ras energy and everything. Ya baba tum omo tax to 20%. That is going to add to our cost of production. Until even product now you produce no Ghana hakurapo no. You ember from that. I buy on my paying say my yankasa. Ya ba kasa pa. The tenant say we are consumer Bobie to say me asakati hano. Yenim say for the past last time Abanji cola every workers ho. No more 30, 29. Is it 30%? Was it 30%? 15%. No, not 30%. It was 15%. 30% yet. 30%. They took the 30 away. Then I did channel. They are confirmed PULC increment the buy. So as we speak now, the bottom of Ghanaian. And that's so yeah stands still. If there's not like surplus income, and then our insurance companies are money that be an money. Because there's no surplus income.
Anyway, our time is up.
Cost of product will continue to go up. Until Mama can say, importers you even near my produce wahano. And that from sir.
Charlie, quick one.
Me Kwashama.
Yeah.
He said, human rights activists of more Ghana no more.
They are there.
I can't hear them.
FIDA.
I can't see them. Because me kaisa
your friend say nano ye
lita me kanya o ye 37 drivers for mo koswa fun ai sa mo ko much mo use o mo. Anyway, since I be minister
oh say give for us in crowd cause I
no we have serious activism and kabade some for court sa kidnapping soldier for koye no broad daylight we what then a sin we this year, yeah, some of you can't 3 days near Chamu. We see a cat because your cassette soldier for move or matinary. No, Omakupio, no, Monsieur, a high command in our sanction.
It's terrible.
A mocha helicopter.
Oh, I say, Kufadu, I'm saying Kufadu now.
But who is the commander in chief of Ghana forces?
What Munion Crassifo.
But Bobie means Sakakra, who say, Omompayiba Parliament no. I choose some on kind national state of nation address. Even though Nebuchadnezzar for presidency, fine. But to address the whole nation, I dare a hit here, including soldier now of him any brutality no. Can you say on Kabibi?
Look, a good father. Say a chukura ya now so say Ghana ni biya and then Kaya see a chu ayra and Konwong and Fano. So what are you talking about? Anyway, members, thank you so much. Live on Accra 100.5. Quick one. Me wa juma bia me kwa sisi. I make I was say we fear say rotational nurses and midwives association. 8 months service allowance the government don't want pay. See, I think that's somewhere last year, right? Last year, not more Hano. January,
yes,
yeah. January, na many more kasai, and so Omako Asai Abba Ebio and 8 months. Mamenkai a tier for near Doma Mutie say, and I know, and your friends at rotational nurses for him. Nako for Baha, and I know, I think Monday or Tuesday they were here almost 8 months. You know, so Atiaka Musa, the same thing. Unfortunately, but we will do our best for them. Ansah, please say a congratulations message to your friend for me, James Kwabena Bonfe, the new PhD holder on the block, who is moving from station to station just to show his PhD. Okay, all right. So James Kwabena Bonfe, baby, I will be a man for so much. Now, I was studio. I say, Minia Jasper Zoka.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
He's the national president for a year Rotational Nurses and Midwives Association. Then I have Miniaba Sapon Belinda, a concerned member. On Friday, what should I tell you about? Baby Amra, what can come? It seems and good news. Zoka, what is happening? Tell us.
So, what is happening right now in the country and in the nursing or the rotational nurses among us? We are really suffering. Things are not really well. If you should ask me, because the Ekosuno, they can buy certain concerns very known to the general public, and the assurances from the various authorities. Follow-ups. Up and downs be brave. As I speak now, no, they be a rotational nurses call members need go so fra no frame. Say president come the as if they I told them as you speak right now no this is for book for fumi no I almost say medium ye Jamaica na ye nti omuka nti obi timi frame from boku no na me kasa say because betina say because the comedy the come so ya then last time be say minim say e come due pay because they obey juma 1 month 2 months and 8 months not the one cedi. Not
okay, so mobile who catch them say mono or more air kasa.
Yeah.
And almost promise him. Say no more say some numbers be some of feeling near maybe or what. I didn't see with those issues.
As you speak now. And only formalities nobody I'm catch you. Your call MHBR almost say clearance and buy. Until so far as clearance is buy the be anywhere Ministry of Health about me. Okay. That clearance na financial clearance I be free Ministry of Finance. I be say Ministry of Health eventually because omuni your employees. Fine. Yet now se kodwun I say okay. Instead of say you be cause amount pressure or MOC no. I don't know young say because they call almost say clearance and buy. Inti clearance and buy we no motimi aye. And the young call MOF for Ministry of Finance for. Say omo hona sika na den e free ba. Inti na yango kai omo say yesika no omo release ye. Into your letter call me and I'm let Marco submit letter 3 weeks I may call ya letter na me the call him letter no cannot be traced.
Ha
yes into
no hold on
yeah
esa finance ministry they release this car
yeah
Emma Ministry of Health
yeah
and yes sir
yeah
okay so if I had the letter and call
me the call with Ministry of Finance
I'm gonna request ya and answer when I the call
yeah na the call
Mona mo de call.
Yes.
Be 3 weeks ni.
That be 3 weeks later. You de call be January.
Okay. What do you call January?
Yeah.
Answer na mo ba no.
Yeah. Answer na
mo ba no. Then 3 weeks ni.
And they call follow up.
Letter na ira.
It's yes I ko print fufuro.
Content be
how do you call it? Payment of rotational allowances.
Okay.
And increment. Increment. And see since it cannot be found on their system no. Oh my okay. Yes I ko print biom. Nti esa cooperate the same letter. And they call mu directly and offices. They get you do hono no. The ewo hono ma ene ni kasa say one man mu di visa. O say ono chire mu say yen die Ministry of Finance any contract. Na mum no Ministry of Finance and Ministry of Health omu na contract. Nti Ministry of Health omu yen employees. And to say we become any Ministry of Health and can. Now Ministry of Health so we become near them. Almost on Bramho. Into letter na dia bano. Ministry of Health the kind the letter na the bia Ministry of Health. On almost we letter alcohol. And panso which letters go. Can almost say that she release finance. Into almost the Ministry of Health the kind letter biaba. Into mudiano. Do saying yeah diano. And if they will take any action, or may take action based on what they have brought. The MWH for their dome, and no mudia then, would be Juma. They
won't take action, right?
If it's a lot of, and it's very pathetic. Say, as you speak now, some of our people are dying.
Oh, you don't mean it?
She's here.
Zuka?
One lady died, or the need to table to say, she placed the head on a desk.
Where?
For security reasons, Rebecca will go, but no crap, or nitty, and one.
She's gone. The people are really starving. You are sick. The second way today, if you say you're going to work, also will call you man. Me and I say, oh, for our teenager, oh, call him. We say, Juma Bay.
Wow.
Because you are going to who call Juma de Bia 1 month, 8 months, not say 1 city. Just assume say who ye Juma. Now 8 months, yeah, more 1 city. How do you go to work? How do you feed? Most of any brain regions are ya wo for one and ye hona ya omodi ya
supposed to be kuko baby.
Ya to be brain. Na make say obi 80 central region. Ya tunu hwem e dia kwa aflawo. Aflawo so busu ni bia nso ni ho. Serious. Ye jitum say oman mo yedin. Ye jitum say nyama nkoyi. Ye jimutum say we are in economic crisis. But then ye kan no kre. Minister bia ni ho a obetimi aka say abend in the car 1 cedi and the second by the salary by just one month.
Messi about my men call a menu about sapon in China, many Belinda and Coding come on. So Belinda, how do you survive?
ANSMP me kwana me wa akra hase me busanfo nyina wo kumase se wo be didi o se wo be ye de yo wa na wo koba into side business kaka ena me ya me de hwe me ho and se me di scanning na e lorry fare ana me dwen say anya bia e betwa me kamenya scanning dia hjem me business na me se ni nyina say se kapre e bi ni me ho sika kaka na me wo ne no na me di ni nyina ye lorry fare me ko me ba me fa ha in and out
omo post you free kumase eneba
dabi
akra ya na
akra ya na me wo ana ye post me wa ha ya
eni post you
ba me busanfo nyina kokumase.
Oh, okay.
And now because of say you post me wa ha ntini means me ndio machin
e so tena ye
o se metina ha na me ye ejuma
nti onkwa na atia
me nkwa na me wa ha se.
So how do you rent? How do you pay?
Meet madam for being chain.
Wow.
It's madam for being chain. To say side business na me and the sikani de ni nyina hye they be in and out o call by the obedi 40 cedis they o lorry fare the obedi 40 cedis enye easy my account yes raban e pana show onhu ye mobo yes re no de onfa nani nto ye ma ye ni because ye bre pan enye easy
enti a day with me spend the say 40
cedis me lorry fare ni de medi we ejumem 40 cedis every day ye kwa ejuma 5 times a week multiply by 20 days. Enye easy cry my enye easy cry because they say where we school you there yen expect for expect say we from aka say mama me sika mfa nkwa ejuma because ye de work school we wo ye ejuma omo nim say ye twa woka intelligent na wo se be free aka say mama me sika mfa nkwa ejuma esa na say school ne de wo ko ye ne mfa so bia ama so ama ye na wo say free of mama me sika nkwa ejuma mama me sika nkwa ejuma omo hu ni say ye twa woka na wo de ahya wo ho ana wo se ba be catch omo so mama wo sika nkwa ejuma
so Belinda what did you say there na AC mudi mo ho komo like mo try say mo be hu at the crop potting ya AC what did you say what is happening
ye de nim de AC ya ye de be bia ya ye de be bia ye the letters kwa ha ye fa ha ye say ma ye hu bibia about it oka omusi o ye betwa oka omusi ye betwa oka omusi ye betwa but ye hu bibia e mai so ye bre pan ti ye sra ban no ye nkoto dwogu fom ye pa na chew onhu ye mobo won't train any measure rotation nurses and midwife because ye bread pan, especially a man. Uma a comdo or baba, jumboni banitrim, tears reno. Yes, rabine, won't we a mobile boy, no betrayaka. Say, Jume at least 1 month in Pona ye chaya, at least who say Jumaya we and for swabba so work at ye. Suppose you are kumpa, ye who say a chayaka. But where dear capra cry, dear.
Enti mebao. What are colleagues and man? Personally, would me for Uber and now for Trotro ne Kwajuma.
Me for Trotro ne Kwajuma, Uber dear Micofas can away. Trotro na made Kwajuma.
Even with the Trotro.
Oh, Trotro no porto de bia minko, Edmano so one qua. U book no ye book be a rotation in yes, and one quiet sign yam, yes, I name. O cons no catching charges in the same miniscantina man bejuma. They see it as an insult. Because someone say a chiaoka, and if you are ready, I say a hona, yempese bejumano.
But say it to Yamuka or Munim, into Yamuka.
Oh, Bebre, no count Montia, someone who say, O dear matem, O catch on say, Sicantina man bejuma, almost ready, dear matem. But Ansah, yen chiaeka. One seeding for 8 months near 8 solid months, yen chiaeka. And ye is in my own. Miss me other colleagues, all from no some lady be 2 weeks near on bejuma. My friend me be son, said Nancy won't bejuma, see, yes, 30 rotation no. Ne mammy, echo bob was 5,000. Eddie man say, on fine ye lorry fare. No farm quajuma every day, now say, ye triani car. No, the man, no, the quacochia, loan now, waje the amano. Bessie and ye try can't lady nitty fear. 5,000 animal made the man on Ansah, but quite young year rotation no. Ansah. I am here. Rotation. The man is on fine lorry for every day in Bejuma. So the bear all man mehano. Because every day, cast will yaman 50, 40 now, oh, ya. So a copper Bosian or the man is on farm.
Think and see a bit Trianic
and waje, no, the money, mammy. They say 5,000 Ansah. Ye mere rotation no. 8 months near 1 seeding po in chaye. Ha pint, yes, rabino. A panacho. Onto any measure rotation nurses name midwives na ye bread.
But for looking at the situation, there is no money in the system. They don't have money.
Oh, ye will say ye nim de so mine, ye nim say crisis or mine pa. Ye nim say sika any or mine, but other workers are being paid. Now say yen she bet me try ka. Inti yes rabba and said the old tree for cano. On shayens no try ka be yes no.
Zoka. So rotational nurses no woman post for how long?
1 year.
And you we 1 year no nothing.
We are only 3 months to go.
I got 3 months.
We much. We much we are. I got 3 months. And as I speak now, no, I can tell you on assurance say ye omo amudi echiba no. And as omo amu school say no. A year to come one as a year this number a year by this time. Obin so betina say me a national president ye ntu ameka 8 months and this must not continue. Eze koso
so obra mo abrani na ka 3 months per
unim the interesting part omo aye yes
but me ba omo mo ye mu seniors omo kwae no omo sika ka mu no omo de ma omo
ya tua 60% ka aka 40%. 40% na can obi we
so we bet me we akobe 2-3 years plus still ni ntu aka
obi we December atwem ebe si ne once the onyan na ye ka say ye wo nyama bia say ye yansa na sika na aba okay inti bra ye twen sika no registrations and answer forms say fill in biometrics staff IDs na sifo nyina adena yan fasa emre ya twen the release of clearance no them are here the train. Nank ye de Phyllis and your menina, infant tour. Send a ya clearance in the balance canaba. And I say to you. Ye come must say clearance and by a yen to me Philip Holmes. Biometric and so clearance by yen to me biometrics. Staff ID clearance and by I want to mean staff ID.
So clearance in the be free in our by my
Ministry of Finance. You know the
can for yes
only as yes
the same can for
the same person. The same person.
Looking at the situation is okay. It doesn't look they are ready to pay you guys.
You see, the truth is that it's not like it should look like. It's a must. Because we know if they keep telling us, say, we are also important. and che bia na meti said the honorable minister for finance I can say obe release sika for what do you call it Ghana card ne voter registration exercise. If there is money to release for those exercises, what about us? We are also important. People are dying. People are really dying. Unkofuma, we are training we are school 3 years. What spend this guy? We are training a semester. We spend over 3,000 a semester on school fees. Now obia boka training ba owie school. Oye juma afi wa share service as to an council. Now you have to keep begging, and this must not continue. You see, and see, Sikadie, a bini or cry be or why the other things. If not all the 8 months, something should be done about even at least paying half. And we are about ending. And I tell you, say if today, Omuka say, yes, IBD forms filling us, yes, biometric as here, 4 months no, and soon, yeah, we are sending 4 months in Besu.
No way.
Nationwide. Nationwide. Yeah, 10,975.
Oh, that is huge.
That is huge. Nationwide. Intimate filling the final PPD forms across the nation, staff ID across the nation, biometric across the nation before even we pay our payment comes. And the processes are many. You can see tenants in buyout where they could feel
now looking at the current situation. Obia sending me message say Belinda yanena ma money patients in ya kasa ewo various health centers. Is it true?
So we fear na wo ko ejuma ni mu no sika na wo de kone ya bostian. They say rotation is the quick loan ka MTN quick loan. E ka e de wo ho ye ntimi twa na ye. Me ngasa metie medeka. Medeka mintwiae obia mesin rotation this is bebre quick loan enti wo kon MTN for ama warning anopa no na wo kon enti wo kon ebufo bi ewo mu na wo de kon because adwuma me kon ye ntwa meka enti me benya memuna enti be bibi mebu befu asesi ebo so na mebu efu na mba be kasa etia wo but enya ne sound na ye tete ye wo nurse mu e wo se bibia wo se yesere bibia wo se ye hu de we any patient be kasa basi kasem no enti no ye kwa adwuma bia ye mu na ye kwa adwuma bia ye bu afu sika na wo de kone
so tell me a day what did you how many times a day
they say anka say me no ka say dem did it twice a day me kwa adwuma na me yakoko bia just amapon wow because sika na me de kono enso sika e mo ye bosia ukodi bebra waso ayehye enye easy my cry especially a man no enye easy my cry
te enwumre o faka ba na chese wato de obedi
na to de me because me no aduane a in this economy a ade a chemi yes kan me see last week ya me koto pad sanitary pad ami yesu January me koye say 12 cedis last month ya February ya me koya me mama me no 20 cedis me twa me change mama me said I be balance me 2 cedis me see
oh
ade na ye 12 cedis say 22 cedis senka ye twa me kanka 22 cedis
just 100% increment
yes kabat ka 22 cedis sheda anye skasa but it's not say me ho akire me na ye ntwa me kanisa ani maninti nka bi kwa meto egu ho 12 months nyanka meto egu ho ye twa me kanka meto egu ho but in sense ye ntwa me kanti mkoto no 111 de bia obekọ na yatum sika nso so bosi ya na ya aja ye de ko edwuma no nti ye bre pan man de ye bre tinana ye sre no aban yes government we are pleading with the government ye pana chow wonche ni no mbe hwe especially a man because ye bre yes no a wonche ni hwe midwifery rotation nurses ye pana chow
but Zoga, so 3 months to go. I don't know. I want to ask you the next line of action, but 3 months they are number.
You see, na obi Ephraim say, Mr. President, last week I cry from no say, enya dia mo be cross street. Akoye demonstration. Na me hu say mu ye demonstration me na no so me say look. In this country, the commander in chief Abeka Chere say there will be no haircut. But along the line where there's haircut, our commander in chief is saying that there will be no haircut, but later won't say haircut because who am I? Because whom am I? You know, so you said hitting the street is the option to go to get our money. We have to hit. We will deploy every possible means
more hits that than half in a mobile.
You go through processes. You just hit street keke, sir, for noise purposes. I get into Yagusu, I name penny for Casa.
But you have 3 months to go, so you see, the Nipa no best who's one go share, Anna,
Ampo. When him, yes, you know. Omega say, yes, seniors, some clear movie. Some clear movie. It was a movie. Sa, you say, I'm not so kind echo. Into you say that. Say, I'm sorry, Uncle, for you to say, no more the idea. The first time I ever, I think every time. And I'm 60% to my seniors. This is a 40. Into your moon clear movie. Yes, we then go to into more moody.
Is it possible some or more previous like 2 years for Munti Omoka? A bit more Munti
2 years for the Davi.
Okay.
It has a bit Yaoka, and due to technical reasons. Now 1 month be a Kim, and now 2 months be a Kim, and so. But
when the first escado,
because in as when I say 1 month became worse, and soon Obinsu dear say about 12 months no, Obinsu dear about 13 months. Now on the bonus, but you see, you have a long way to go. I say, sir, you know, clearance no, you will listen as soon as possible. I see, because from now till we finish, we would not be quiet. We would not be quiet. They say yes, Ramweni. Ye nanti omusweni.
Ese nanti ende usika return you need na deba. I don't care over that on phone.
Is it no? And you do on swear.
Unless maybe there is mass action.
Mass is it? Look, the people are very aggressive. That is the case. You see, a hungry man is an angry man. You see, they shouldn't take issues about health for granted.
No, but the point is, even with the pensioners. And Mrewanen Gokrano, or money brace on bed street to move for 10 days. Then they got what they want.
Yes. So if Nami can say you say that is the only means that you can resort to that will bring our money. We will employ.
But you have 3 months. Do you have any other means?
You see, 3 months we are not just say you be deal on our money. You be cost work till the money is paid. Because I'm telling you that no, say, even as I speak right now, say I see, okay, well, your mom shall say Philly IPPD forms 3 months in Swa. Yen Philly IPPD.
Some more drama services are saying, how is it going to be like?
Yeah, withdraw services.
Yeah.
No, we don't have the capacity to withdraw our service.
Okay.
We can only demonstrate. Why? Because before we were even deployed to the various facilities, they were employed nurses and midwives at the stations. So until Yanya withdraw services, they will just assume, say, we are not there before us they were working.
Okay.
So the only thing we can do is that we hit the street.
So is it like Muhu here now?
And you say you won't hear, pa. Because look, we are dealing with human beings, and some of the facilities, we must say, at times, me handle a word.
Really?
Yes, they are in charge here. Be me handle a word. Because we are qualified nurses, and yes, I students. We next year postings. You posting what you do? Cross we in honor with the honey. I don't know hustle. I told the big cry. I do the idea. Who nurse now? We are on. Me say me a general nurse. I do the idea. You can prescribe something because you have been there for some time. Say doctor or PA anywhere, you can do something.
You take charge.
You take charge. So as now we are fully competent and we are fully trained. We have acquired the nursing skills that we need to acquire that will make us very essential in our communities and even in the nursing profession. And see, say ye ma okwanza we should be na common dewa. Attention na audition ni pano. Ve na ye seti. Wetimi da ko will be tissues mu kana ni pan installation.
Oh.
Because like we shouldn't be in an emotional trauma attending to people, because some people come there depressed, and if we who are supposed to give them the therapeutic care and the therapeutic touches, we are also depressed than the depressed patient coming, what do you think will happen in this country? Issues of health is not for granted. Say a man will be overdose of a medication, the person can die in the next 5 minutes. Overdose. And this we see that doesn't make a dosage of medication as me come overdose. Then the basic or react. Somebody's life will be life. And see, issues concerning health, no, we don't joke with it, you don't play around with it.
Alexander said, Commander, Canada needs nurses and good paying jobs. Okay, so virtually what he is trying to say is that Canada ain't nurses, and you guys should come over. If you don't need you guys here.
We are ever ready to go. Yes.
My colleagues Nibiko.
Oh yes. From let me give you this.
Tell me.
From January to February ending, over 1,000 nurses has left the country.
Why? Oh, stop that.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Over 1,000 nurses.
Some of our colleagues.
Pantime, over 100 people left within just January. Pantime. Yes. 100. Just one hospital. 100.
My colleagues need be so.
Oh yes.
Baby.
So and I'm saying no, they should hold on and start counting the number of nurses who will be leaving the country after we are done the rotation. Because look, the nation is not prioritizing nurses. They are not putting value on us. They only say you wanna say your value, and you're not much appreciated. But then we will be very happy to work in our country. Even though says you cannot put in because man. But just the case that the money is even little and the payments are not issue. This will not happen anyway.
Anyway, so from a hano then I'm more so that you bet me attract more near my more then we can also
good.
I think we are in the same soup with you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
And see for now starting from today, you see a virtual demo. That virtual demo we are flooding every media space, including the various ministries' handles.
Okay.
We are flooding their pages. They should watch out for us. They should watch out. So I believe that the Facebook comments, if you can check, you will see the hashtags.
Yeah,
it means that in California across the nation, it's a nationwide exercise. Every station in Ghana today would not deny the fact that he has seen, he or she, or they have seen, or they've not seen. We have not entered. We have already entered. They are there. Any media station, contact them. Mention any media station. They are TV, radio. We are there. And from now on, they will see us more often because we cannot take it anymore. Enough is enough.
Yeah,
every year we must not. Every year rotation nurses must not be making noise. We have not been paid. What can? Oh no. Every year we must be making. We have not been paid. And now we will say nurses for the day. Look, our work is a kind. Even right now, I'm from work. We are in every one department neighbor.
Can I bedroom had a sikasem TFR trotro? Yes, yes, and Nancy Bar, easy.
At the time I say ye free world harbor. None per neighbor. We cannot leave them and go. I getting the thing. So even the staff that are at work are not many. Some of the staff are leaving the country. As I speak to you now, I will not disclose the facility, but over 90% of the staff are all preparing to write IELTS and leave the country. So if you are saying that because you have staff, you not take out the rotation nurses, then relax till when they leave because Panther and rotation for Neko, staff Neko. And they are losing staff. That may be affiliation of Panther. Now, just a word, over 6 people echo. Staff 6 echo. Naka 3. Panther. And today be one person can get aggressive. Who here nipa? Panther ni pejuma. Obi condition trigger. Who here mema na basunmu. Na mema ne from my no. How do you think will happen? So it means that we ourselves we are not safe. So please. We know, but we deserve some attention. Yesterday, when the Minister for Health was making a press address, let me visit about us. He has not mentioned us.
I didn't mention Zoka. I'm so sorry, and on behalf of Class Media Group, Accra FM Citizen Show, we are very sorry. And I know, the well-meaning Ghanaians are almost as we know. Well, let's see. Baby, a bit me a pick here free near Zoka, thank you so much. Sapon, Belinda, thank you so much. All right, so that's the live on Accra 100.5. Usisi Ansah, Usisi Mario.